First of all, let's look at this piece of wood. This is called the window stool. The cross section of a window stool, this comes rabbeted in the back and beveled on the front with an eased edge. The rabbet is so that the window stool will fit nicely in that groove.
Right.
All right? The first thing I want to do is figure out the length of that stool. So I take a piece of trim that I'm going to use around the window, hold it back from the edge, equal distance all the way around, I have to make sure. Put a slight reference line there, tip it over, the other side of the window, hold it in the same position, and a slight reference line there.
Okay.
Now what I want to do is I want to measure the distance between those 2 points, and I have 25 inches. What I want to do is add 2 inches.
2. You're adding inches to that? Why is that?
Because I want the window stool to stick past the trim 1 inch on each side.
So you're going to dress it up a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now the front edge has a bevel of 7 degrees, so I'm going to take my saw and tilt it to 7 degrees. I'm going to cut my first edge. Now I flip it over. I get my length, 27 inches, and cut it. Now I have to fill this gap between the back edge of the window stool and the window. And to get that measurement, I'm going to set my scribes right there. That's from the window to the back of the stool. Now I'm going to scribe that like that. The scribes follow any irregularities in the wall. Bring it over a little past, put a mark. I'm going to do the same thing on the other end.
So that's going to show you where you need to knock out some of that stock.
That's right. Now I'm just going to cut that with a jigsaw.
Well, it's nice and tight right there against the wall.
Right, but if you look at the space between the sash and the backside of the stool, there's still a gap.
Yeah.
That's because of the detail of this window right here that's holding this back.
So how do we treat that?
Well, I have to reset my scribes to that space. Now I'm going to mark this end again, and I'm going to mark this little trim detail here, and mark the other end. Now it's fitting nice there and nice there. Okay, we'll tack it in place. Now, put the side casing up against the window stool. I simply mark the length at that reveal mark right there. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Set the saw at 45 degrees and make my cut. Now that sets the sides, and now we can mark the header. I'm going to take this piece, which is longer than I need. I'm going to hold it upside down on top of the sides and mark my length.
Upside down, because that's where the pieces are going to meet. That's a great tip.
I like to glue these, Kevin. It makes a stronger fit. Now to secure the outside of the casing to the wall with a longer nail, I'll nail around the perimeter. Okay, I've been working on the apron. If you notice, the length is the same distance as the outside of the casing. I've also cut it on a mitre so that I can return it on itself, and it goes right up under here. Now we just glue these on. No nails. Okay, let's take a look at this. Slide it up underneath there and nail it off. What do you think?
Looks great.